Next, we need to learn how to create all of these functions on a ribbon, and that will make it run faster and better within our management. So for the purpose of this, I'm just going to use a generic icon because that's something we need to just use for these functions. And the first step is going to create a new file, add new item. The new item is just going to be called app.ts. This is going to be a particular class that as well needs to read our Revit API, so it's going to have the transactions and the settings. So we know we need for that purpose we need to use the attributes, the database, and the elements. So I'm just going to copy it. It's database, user interface, and attributes, so that it's reading. Then the class, this one is going to be not a command, but we're going to use an iExternal application. The iExternal application is going to help us so that we can have inside of it different elements. And for that to work, we need to use the first function, which is a void add ribbon panel using a UI controlled application. We haven't created that function, so we just need to call it. That application should have these two settings. Is first of all, we need to create a function that it's public. That is the result function working on shutdown. It's a UI controlled application. It's telling me that the method is implementing when it shut down, but it doesn't have a return value. So we're just going to add the return result succeeded. And we need to copy this one so that we have return, we have the option on start up. So when we start the application, what's going to happen is that this is going to run. When it finishes, this is going to run as well, so it will close whatever we're doing. What we want to have here is that we wanted to run our add ribbon panel with our application. For the application, we are just reading it directly. So the first thing we need to do on the ribbon panel is we need to set it up a name. String needs to be capital. String tab name, which we're going to call it test tools. Then from the application dot create ribbon tab, we're going to add the tab name. So that's going to be adding a new tab that it's called the test tools. For the ribbon to follow, we're going to add a ribbon panel that it's going to be called ribbon panel. Using the application dot create ribbon panel within the tab name dot tools. We needed to follow the path we're using, so we're going to go string this assembly path equals the assembly dot get the assembly for reading the assembly. We need to add another thread that it's called system, using system.reflection. That will allow the assembly to run directly from there. Get executing assembly dot location. Now that we have the ribbon panel, the path, we just need to add a push button. We're going to do the first one, and then within that push button we can just generate the new ones. So let's call it push button data. It's going to be called we're having it as A0 since it's our first function. It's A1, and it needs to be created with a new push button data. The push button data is going to have the following arguments. It's a name, a text, an assembly name, and a class name. So for that to happen, we are going to use a command message text. Then our display settings, we'll call like show a message. Our assembly is this assembly path, and our class name needs to be it's Revit API underscore course dot underscore 00 underscore message test. So if we want to read it differently, we can just go within the message and do a space creation, so something like this. That way it's easier to understand it. Then we just need to add that one. We just need to fix this one as well. Commands, it's on the same frame space. Push button, it's going to be called push button 1 equals a ribbon panel dot add item. As it was a list, we just want on that item to be created as A1, that it's the function, as push button. Then we have push button 1, going to be called tooltip. Displays a message. Yeah, I think it just displays the message specifically. And I think that will be it for now, because we're still missing to implement an icon, but we can run it with this. So I'm just going to build. See that we don't have any problems. And let's build their add-in.